kid, here's the kid, here's the kid, here's the kid, here's the kid here. It's Double H, half hope, trying to exist. I'm here with another mail, because obviously I think other guys missed my mail. So we're going to be talking about the Champions League, a review of this week's Champions League, the first leg, and looking ahead to the second leg. Now, I have to say though that the first leg did not really live up to expectations, in my view. I just felt that Juve, Barcelona, Bayern, Real Madrid, I was hoping those games would be a lot closer than they were. And it's almost everything. I mean, we knew what to expect from Atletico, Leicester. Atletico pretty much crammed Leicester down, but again, they won by more goals. But that was never the glamour game. And Dortmund, I'll get to that as well. Guys, this is going to be a long video, so buckle your seatbelt down because it's going to be long. Dortmund against Monaco, that could have been a classic. But I will get to why UEFA were their right to play ahead and so on, so far and so forth. But that was actually the best out of the 4 games. You look at Juve, Barcelona. People say, oh no, Barcelona played well. They played a lot better than they did against PSG. They got lubricated. So, I could care less how well they played. They got totally and utterly lubricated. And it could have been more if Higuain actually remembered how to play on the big stage. So, I think that personally, most of these, this is what we said on the Hangouts as well, most of these ties are finished. Most of these ties are done. Because it's weird though. The Bayern Real Madrid side, that's finished. That is done. Dortmund Monaco, that's finished. That is done. The only tie that is truly alive is Atletico against Leicester City. And call me crazy, ever since the miracle at the new camp, I still feel that Barcelona can come back. Call me crazy, I still feel that they can come back. And yes, obviously, I was looking at people's comments and so forth, and they said Juve are not PSG. PSG are tactically more moronic, which they were, and Juve are just a better team, especially defensively. But it would be amiss if we didn't really reflect on the performance of Dybala, and I think people also write Alexandro and Daniel Alves. Those guys popped off. Those guys were really good, but Dybala, I feel, can be the next heir. Now, the thing about Dybala is that he's not Messi, he's not Maradona, and even if he may not live up to expectations, is he really an Ariel Ortega? Well, I think he's better than Ortega. Riquelme, I don't think he's like Eric, because Riquelme was a revolutionary kind of player who I felt never lived up to his potential. But Dybala is like, that was a big time performance for a young player in a huge game. This is Dybala's hugest game. This is his biggest game, and the way in which he showed up and really came through, where he got a much more experienced player flopped, but Dybala said, you know what, he came through. I think that's just exceptional. So, for Juve, the mission is giving Buffon a title. He deserves it, and that would be an incredible footnote to one of the most incredible career results. And remember, this guy, he's 39 years old. That's just amazing. But for Barcelona, look, man, as Mane was saying on the Hangout, at the new camp, you just never know. Like, yes, they're not PSG, but at the same time, even how many people, especially when Cavani scored that own goal, how many people on planet Earth thought that Barcelona would come back? Nobody did. Nobody did. When Cavani scored that away goal, nobody thought that Barcelona would come back. Switching to Atletico, Leicester City. Guys, that's a super result for Leicester. I mean, that's the best possible result that Leicester City could realistically expect. They were never going to beat Atletico. They were never going to hold Atletico to a draw at the Calderon, where Atletico are amazing, and you're playing against the finalists. So, to keep them to 1-0, that's a superb result. It wasn't a penalty, but then again, you just have to live with these decisions. And for Leicester City, if they can just really play as well defensively and use the speed of Vardy and really counter-attack them and just try and use the essence, the electricity of the crowd, who knows what can happen? Anything can happen. We roll in with let's talk about Dortmund briefly, because I've been thinking about this today. Because obviously, I was doing my sports bits in the office, and I was thinking about this today. And I think UEFA flopped. Because this is what I know. Again, in the comment section, tell me if I'm wrong or not. The situation happened. Then UEFA then said to Dortmund, we can take this game at 5:45 Wednesday. Are you okay with it? And Dortmund as an organization signed off on it. But Tuchel didn't. So there was always a disconnect between Tuchel and the Dortmund organization. You can't take a footballing decision without the manager. That is wrong on every level. And Tuchel has come out and said it was too soon. Couldn't you really just push this over to Tuesday and then make it? Because, I mean, who cares? I think the Monaco fans would understand that, hey, man, look, it's a write-off. Your hotel stay, it's a write-off. I'm sorry. Something has happened beyond your control. You need to give these guys a week. So, UEFA flopped. The UEFA should have taken the decision out of Dortmund's hands and said, look, it's fine. We will push this over to a week and allow you time. Because then you listen to that. Because, I mean, I didn't listen to the Sahin interview when I did my post-match analysis and when I was on the Hangouts. Because, I mean, Mane said, listen to the Sahin interview. I watched the Sahin interview to today and I'm like, bro, man, I mean, look, this is bigger than football, So, because I don't know, because I mean, I heard it was a firecracker. I looked at the boss. It didn't look that damaged. But I'm looking at one of the people who was actually there, because I wasn't there. And when I look at one of the people that were there, I'm like, yo, man, this guy looks shaken. Imagine what the other guys would have been like. Bayern, Real Madrid. Look, pull out the post-match video, and I think I've been getting a lot of hate. And I want to reiterate myself yet again. Cristiano Ronaldo is not a great football player. He doesn't have the skill, the technique, or the grace of the likes of a Figo, a Messi, a Robin, a Garrincha, a Ronaldo, and so forth. He just doesn't. A Beckham, But he is, without a doubt, one of the great goal scorers of all time. 100 European goals. His goal scoring prowess is incredible, absolutely incredible. And you have to understand there is a distinction between a great goal scorer and a great football player. Okay, a great football player is technically proficient with the ball. That's why it's called football. How good are you with the ball at your feet? But within football, there are different roles. The role of a striker, the role of a winger, the role of a central midfielder, the role of a defender. Because there are people who are good at defending, but may not be good at football. Tony Adams, John Terry are great defenders, not great for footballers. So, but for Cristiano, I mean, look, man, those were great goals. As in, you can't blame the defender. It wasn't defensive mistakes. That's just great goal scoring ability. And love him or hate him, the guy is a superb goal scorer and he is driven. And this guy wants to win more, and more. And he is hungry. He is starving for yet another Champions League crown. He's starving for it. But for Bayern, again, this is what I said in the Hangouts. You cannot go into a season with only one recognized striker. That is very, very unprofessional. Muller is not a striker. He never will be. And for a team of Bayern Munich's stature to only have one striker for the whole season, Lewandowski, doesn't make any sense. And that is what killed them. You have to have a backup striker. You have to have one. Like, personally for me, if I'm making a squad, I have a minimum of 3 strikers. Because I would like to play 2 strikers or maybe the 1 striker. There's definitely a third just in case somebody gets injured or I just want to change things. But bare minimum, you have to have 3 strikers. Bare minimum. So, Real Madrid are too good at home. Real Madrid always score at home. And Bayern Munich will not be able to score 2 clear goals. The only scenario that I see is 2-1 to Bayern and we go to extra time, possibly penalties. That is the only scenario that I see happening. And that is still a distinct possibility before. And Bayern can do it. With Lewandowski. Without Lewandowski, they can't do anything. But with Lewandowski, they can definitely go to the Bernabeu and beat Real Madrid 2-1. Not 3-1, 2-1. Let's see what happens in extra time or in penalties. So looking ahead again, obviously, guys, there will be the Sunday hangout, 11 p.m. GMT, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I am always on Twitter over there, and that's where I post updates on the Break Academy, the half up 11, and every update that you need of upcoming videos and so forth will be announced on my Twitter. Always go there, or just head to the website if you don't use Twitter, halfupfootballhot.com, the official website. But yeah, I am still sticking with Juventus. I just feel that there's something with this Juventus team. But as I say, as there's something with this Juventus team, there's a steeliness to Atletico Madrid. Monaco, they have no chance, and Real Madrid, man, I'm sorry, guys. There's, you have to admire chemistry. Chemistry is key and is one of the things that really takes a team very far. And there is a serious chemistry that permeates through Real Madrid. It's a perfect working machine. The defense works well. Dani Carvajal is really proven to be a very quality right back, both because he understands his defensive duties and attacking wise. He is key. Look at his pass to Cristiano. Toni Kroos and Modric are the best midfield pair in the world. Marcelo, for me, he's my favorite football player. So because Marcelo, some of the things that Marcelo does in a football match are just outstanding, absolutely outstanding. And yeah, it's beast mode. He's not really at the top, but what you're going to get from Cristiano. You're going to get a killer goal scorer, and Benzema is a good link-up player, and you still have Alvaro Morata to come in. Baninka, are you listening? If Benzema goes down, you've got a quality striker in Alvaro Morata to take his place. That is what you need. So, I suppose the dream final would be Juve Real Madrid. I think that would be an outstanding final because, again, last times both sides met in 2 legs, those were superb 2-legged matches. So I think a Juve Real Madrid would be a super final. It would be a beautiful final. I think it takes place in Cardiff. But again, for Leicester City, I don't think they'll do it because I just think I don't see it happening. But again, what if Leicester City make the final? Imagine that. Leicester City Football Club, Jimmy Vardy, Danny Drinkwater, Wes Morgan in a Champions League final. Guys, follow me on Twitter at HalfAPod. Head to the website halfoffootballhot.com and remember to subscribe. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.